I've never lived on my own. I've been living with my parents forever. I went to college. I commuted there, commuted back. So never really had the opportunity to live by myself. And now that the wedding's coming up in a couple months, it's really starting to hit me, I guess, that I'm like leaving them. And I'm just trying to process those feelings. It's like excitement and then sadness, and it keeps going back and forth. And I'm feeling a lot of different things. So I just need somebody to kind of talk me through that and figure out how to cope with all that change.
Sheesh. Yeah, I don't know. Because it sounds like you're pretty clear-eyed. Like, I'm 24. Most of my friends have already moved out. I'm still here.
Yeah.
And it's time. And also, there's a reality. And I know it's easy for me to be like, get out of your mom's basement. But also, there's a reality to it. Like, you're going to miss your folks, right? It sounds like you actually like them.
Yeah, I do. We have a really, really close relationship. And right now, the situation's been like, I kind of go back and forth. So where I'm moving, our apartment's only like 25 minutes away from where my parents and my sister are going to be. So it's not like a giant jump. We're not moving states. It's just the fact that I'm not going to be able to like walk in the door every day and say, hey, how's everybody doing? And just like hang out with them all the time. Yeah. So
but
you'll have to adjust to that.
You'll have this hairy-legged boy that you're moving in with.
Yeah,
right?
I know. He's really great. He's a good person.
That's awesome.
We love each other a lot. We're basically we're very, very close. Very open with each other.
Okay, so I hear you mention loneliness. The thought of walking into an empty house or an empty apartment while he's still at work and you just exhale. Like, I get that. What's another fear or two you have?
I guess the loneliness is definitely a big one. And I'm kind of like, I don't want to say I'm like an indecisive person, but I'm making a career jump. So I was on the path to go to law school a few years ago. I started working at a law firm as like their assistant. I realized I didn't want to do that anymore. And I decided I want to go to flight school. So I'm trying to do that right now while planning the wedding, while moving out and processing all these different feelings. So I think that probably plays into it a little bit. Well, maybe it's a bunch of stress.
It's all of it.
Yeah.
I guess what I would tell you is, you're making a ton of changes. And so if you were super confident and stable right now, I would hopefully you would refer you out to a professional colleague, right? Because you've got a ton of change coming. So whenever I don't know what to do next, and by the way, I've been wrestling with this personally, right? I keep reading about AI, I keep reading about all this stuff, and it's like, everything's about to change, and I don't even know what that means, right? And so I always want to say, okay, when everything's about to change, and yet I have no picture of what that change is going to look like, or I have no experience to lean back on and say, okay, here's what this is going to feel like, right? So like, I went the other day, I've had a problem with my foot recently. And so I finally, because I'm an idiot, finally went to the doctor. It took me forever. And I got a shot and the needle was comically large. Okay, but here's the thing. I've gotten shots before. And so I knew this is going to be painful for a second and then it'll be over. And the doctor actually did an amazing job. It wasn't bad at all. And then I was out of there. If I had never got a shot before and I saw that needle coming down, dude, I would have, my fear of what was going on would have been way worse than the actual procedure, right?
Yeah.
So I guess my little formula, if you were, my model for dealing with things when I don't know what it's going to feel like, what's coming next, or what it's going to look like is, I always want to get some wisdom on the decision I'm actually making. And it sounds like you've done that. You trust your parents?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've done some wise things. Like, I want to go to law school, but before I go all in, I'm going to go spend a year clerking in a law office. I know it's not technically a clerking, but I'm going to go work in a law office. And you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. Amazing. Have you done that same thing with flying?
Yeah. So right now I'm working on my private license. I want to do that first.
So you like the whole, you like going to the aviation school. You like getting in a plane. You like hanging out with other pilots. You like that world, right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Okay, so I'm going to challenge your assessment of yourself that you're indecisive. And I think you're wise. I think you're wise. Because if you were indecisive, you would have started law school and stopped, started law school again, taken a leave of absence, gone to work at a thing, gone to get a cup of coffee, ask somebody else, read 50 books, listen to podcasts. That's indecisive. That's most of your peers.
Yeah.
You have an idea about something, you try it out. Like this guy, you've tried him out for 9 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. So here's a number one. Here's number one in my model. Do something that breaks the inertia. And here's what I mean by that. If you have a hesitancy, if you're always just like slow playing, then break the inertia, go make a decision, go do a thing.
Okay.
Right? So what does that mean? If you're nervous about being lonely and you just sit and spin and think about it, then I want you to put on the calendar like a Tuesday after you get married. I mean, not after you get married, but the Tuesday after the Tuesday you get married. Then the next Tuesday after, I want you to schedule coffee with your mom and your sister. Put it on the calendar. So I know that's going to be there. I'm going to have check-ins with them. If the first 3 weeks you walk into your apartment and it just feels hollow and lonely and you start getting a little bit anxious, then I want you to plan to hang out with your sister.
Okay.
Like being with your family and your friends isn't a bad thing. You've got community. You've got built in. Like getting married doesn't mean I have to instantly be lonely. And clearly this cat that you're marrying knows that you're a family-oriented person, right?
Yes.
Does he like your folks too?
Oh, absolutely. We're there all the time.
Okay, that's amazing. So as you build your own house, it doesn't mean we've created this weird thing like that somehow the old leave and cleave means like abandon. That's dumb. Yeah. Still hang out. Still have fun, right? But now y'all are going to begin to discuss your own values and your own conversations. And so do something that breaks the inertia. If you're like me and you rattle off decisions all the time over and over and over so fast, what I have to do to break the inertia, to change the energy, is I have to slow down. Which means I have a rule now. I don't respond to an email for 24 hours if it makes me mad. Or before I make a big decision, I ask 2 friends who are experts in that thing before I go do a big major life change. Before I left higher ed to come to this job, I actually flew to Texas to meet with somebody who has known me for a long, long time. Before I jumped, like, hey, am I seeing this correctly?
Yeah.
And so I want you to, basically it's the old Seinfeld episode, opposite George. I want you to do the opposite, okay? Here's the second thing. I want you to write down what you actually are afraid of. Go right towards the fear. I'm afraid of being lonely. Cool. I'm going to put that on the table. I'm going to tell my husband that. Or my fiance that. I'm afraid of flight school taking up all our time as we're newlyweds. Let's put that on the table and let's begin to solve that problem. I'm afraid of getting into flight school, not liking it. Well, let's put that on, so let's really write down these fears and then look at the ones we can actually do anything about, and the ones that we can't, we're going to, what are you going to do about them, right? And then the ones that we can, boom, we're going to go right into them. And then here's the third one. And this one's going to be the hard one, okay? Well, you just give yourself permission to be sad.
Yeah.
You're transitioning your whole life. And you're one of the rare 26-year-olds I talk to. You've had a pretty great life, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem is like, I feel a little bit guilty getting upset over something like that.
Nope.
But I have to let myself be sad.
That's exactly right.
Huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And being sad doesn't mean you're not super over the moon excited about what comes next.
Yeah.
It's not either or, it's both and.
Yeah, that's the weird thing is like I haven't felt that way before, so it keeps flipping back and forth.
Yeah, let it flip back and forth. Yeah. Let it flip back and forth. That's amazing. Dude, you're about to transition out of a pretty safe, secure, awesome, amazing life. And you're getting under a squat bar. Have you ever been in a weight room before?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, the squat rack, your mom and dad have been lifting your squat bar for a long time.
Yeah.
And there's something about walking into a house when you know somebody else is there, just in your nervous system, in your amygdala, hey, if there's somebody trying to get into the house or somebody trying to, there's just safety issues.
Yeah.
There's just conversation issues. There's just, oh gosh, can you help grab this thing? And there's nobody else there. And that's just the transition to adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
And you're coming at it late, and that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
But you should be a little bit weirded out by it. It's all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And again, you love this guy?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome. Can I just say congratulations to your parents for creating a world that they should have kicked you out a long time ago, but that's okay. But creating a world that you actually like them, you like being around them. And I want to say congratulations to you for thinking through these things. And it sounds like you are wise well beyond your years, which means you're probably raised well. Or that means you weren't raised well and you had to see a lot of crazy life and you've got some wisdom scars, but it sounds like more of the former than the latter. I just want to tell you I'm proud of you. Give yourself permission to be sad. Give yourself permission to be freaked out. Give yourself permission to be overwhelmed. You're changing majors. You're changing schools. You're changing homes. You're changing your marital status. You're changing everything all at once, and that's terrifying and freaking amazing. All of it at the same time. Go get it. And by the way, last thing, your feelings are your feelings. You're allowed to feel them. You're allowed to feel them. Have a couple of people in your life you can call and say, hey, am I seeing this and experiencing this in a way that makes sense? Because when our emotions get going, we often don't experience the world clearly. But man, I'm proud of you. You're on to the next step.